Hi, my name is Odirile Khune Motsiri, and welcome to season 2 of Breathe Art Live.
In this episode, we are in the capital city where we chat with fibre artist Odirile Khune Motsiri and discuss his latest exhibition currently showing at the Pretoria Art Museum. Originally from Pretoria, Odirile holds diplomas in textile design and fine arts and has been involved in a number of exhibitions, including the F&B Art Fair in 2022.
Threads of Resilience talks about labor and leisure and using denim. And in those scenes, I'm portraying or depicting people who are going in between, enjoying enjoying the leisures from what they've labored, you know. So this stems from talking about individuality, talking about identity still, but also highlighting what it is to be a black person, a black man in South Africa at my age, and so this stuff that I talk about that reflect or highlights a sort of inheritance, and I'm looking at it from a man's point of view. Just playing around using different kinds of iconography in the image, which is like your DH jeans, your Converse sneakers, Yeah, so some of my images, some of my art, some of the characters in my artworks are wearing white underwear, and I choose white underwear to sort of use it as a symbol of colonial constraints or colonial systemical environment that we have put ourselves in. Not even put ourselves in, but this is the nature of what life is, because of what industrialization is. You need to go and work to earn, and I've put a white underwear garment as a symbolic theme to sort of highlight that, and sort of saying, even though with us being bare, with us being stripped off from our dignity, the dignity that lies within us is the one that labor gives us, which is money, opulence, to sort of buy what leisure is.
Odirile's work is inspired by the everyday and what it means to be a working class citizen in South Africa. Using fabric, he depicts the unspoken realities of what it means to wake up in the morning and clock in, like one of his pieces titled Waiting to Explain, which shows a man snuggled in bed, struggling to get out, cooking up an excuse on why he cannot come in. Other pieces, like Digital Connections, show a man waiting for his date after a long day at work in his dungarees. Through collages and a series of sculptures, he shows the details in what labor and leisure means in today's climate.
This is a scene which I actually was inspired by, having to walk around town and having to sit there by the Union Building and see people on different days, and you would see that month end is a different day to mid-month, with people and how the arrangements are within this social gathering. Because I saw, this is month end, people are paid. And in this instance, they were wearing uniform, actually. This is a perfect picture of having to enjoy the fruits of your labor. But I didn't like the uniform. It sort of made it a very it constrained a lot of the ideas that I would think of. So it's not just the uniform that's there, it's having to wake up in the morning, having to have problems, debts, having to make plans to get to work, having to make, those kind of interactions that are intricate in the way of having to acquire a payment of once a month.
Sourcing material from his own collection of clothes and donations from friends and family, it starts with washing and drying the fabric first, before exploring what he will do with it. For him, it's an intuitive process where he experiments and contrasts the fabrics, figuring out what the work wants.
It's just a flow, but let me just put the basics of what inspires, inspires or gives me inspiration to what I would like to get to, or inspiration in my work, would necessarily be, I like thinking of ideas, of contrast, Now would be something of, I know, okay, I'm playing with these denims now, and then, but something would be playing in my mind, like, do you see what's going on now with the whole shootings and stuff in the UK? I'm like, okay, but I'm like, okay, South Africa now, hey, there's a lot of people who don't have water, So I'm like, okay, these are the things that affect me. Okay, which one affects me, honestly? Like, which one can I really relate to right now? It'll come out, like, it's a whole flow in it. But there's certain things that inspire that they maybe I might be very satirical and make a reimagined piece of Manet, the execution of Maximilian, something like that, but only showing it in my set.
His workflow allows him to work on multiple projects at once, deciding and building each piece fabric by fabric. He believes in using recycled material and bringing old pieces to life for new projects. For Odirile, no fabric goes to waste.
For me, I know this is what I'm building. For me, it'll be something that I'm building towards. But how it's accepted, like how it's received by my audience.
It's beyond you.
Yeah. As much as I would like to say that in the artist statement that this is what I'm trying to do. If somebody who's looking at it without reading that, hey.
You can follow Odirile on Instagram at o.khune. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on our next episode. Catch you on the next one.